on the next all-new episode of Dragon Ball Super.
In Memphis, Elon Musk is making a play to control the future of artificial intelligence.
Well, that doesn't sound good.
XAI says it will create $100 million in revenue and hundreds of jobs.
Okay, so let me get this straight. You're here to make hundreds of billions of dollars and to give us hundreds of jobs. I'm gonna be totally honest, I'm not a particular fan of the math conversion, but you know what? High-paying jobs are high-paying jobs, and it's also tech jobs, so they're clean for the environment.
These are the gas turbines fueling the supercomputer they call Colossus. They emit hazardous pollutants like formaldehyde and nitrogen oxides.
Well, crap, I guess it's not as harmless as we thought, but you know what? I once lived down the street from the Goodyear factory, so what's a little bit of nitrous oxide and formaldehyde going to do?
Cancer risks here are 4 times higher than the national average. Life expectancy here is 9 years less than the national average.
Okay, honestly, hear me out for a second. I know how this is sounding, but frankly, there's probably a reasonable explanation for all of this that has nothing to do with Elon Musk and gas turbines.
Elon, what he did with Memphis is objectively somewhat dirty, but he's also doing it in an area where there's like a bigger natural gas plant right next door and like a sewer next, or not a sewer, but like a wastewater treatment and a garbage dump nearby, right?
See guys, we've already debunked the libtards with this one. They're trying to cancel grok for no reason. It's not even grok that's polluting the air. It's the wastewater treatment, and it's the garbage, and it's the gas plant. It's not even Elon's fault, so they're coming at him for no reason. And you know what? I feel so strongly in my conviction, I want anybody in the comments to try to show me information that proves that Elon is contributing to pollution within Memphis. Okay guys, now we're on Politico, and it seems like the progressives, also known as the elites, have some information they would like us to look over. Now, I would read you this entire article, but frankly, reading destroys aura, so we're just going to get to the point. Now, what I presume to be foreign actors committing Chinese espionage with a drone appear to do in this photo is confirm the existence of at least 33 fully operational gas turbine generators operating on site. That's kind of a fucking problem. Why should you care? Why is this happening? Why is Linkin Park being sponsored by Pepsi at a League of Legends event? Okay, personally, I don't know what kind of question you want for Linkin Park, but the second part is you should probably care because they are emitting around, and I wish I was joking when I say this, around 39,000 tons of nitrous oxide into the atmosphere. Just to give you perspective, that would be around 8 million vehicles burning around 4.5 kilograms worth of this shit. That's almost all of New York City with a fucking car each year. Also, you can ask Grok, why is this tweet about Aisha inciting a race war?
All you think about is Aisha because she was 9 years old. That's what you're all into. Paedophilia.
Hello, everyone.
A recent health department hearing turned into a shouting match. An executive from XAI ducking out a side door.
See, to me, this just confirms they're grasping at straws. I assume there's nothing more uncommon than seeing public unrest unfold in a federal building in Memphis.
Because we've been to too many funerals. We've shown up today because we've cried too many tears. We've shown up here today because we're tired. And we have an expectation of the people that we elect and put into place. We expect them to do what is in our best interest. Not of Elon Musk. And what we're saying is that stops now.
You know what? I like this guy. He's fucking adorable. He thinks politicians will do what we like. Homie, you're literally there because people are fucking dying and your politicians could give 2 fucks. Now, I can't speak for the audience, but I was definitely moved by your speech. But do you know who definitely wasn't moved by your speech? Elon Musk. In fact, he bought 5 more generators just to spite you. So why don't we try to understand why are these people so pissed off?
Gas turbines like these release 3 main types of deadly pollution: nitrogen oxides, formaldehyde, and fine particulate matter. Nitrogen oxides combine with other pollutants to form ground-level ozone, which causes and worsens asthma and COPD. Formaldehyde causes cancer, and particulate matter, airborne soot, can pass through your lungs and into your bloodstream, causing heart disease.
Jesus Christ, it's like as soon as they walk outside, they're smoking fiberglass cigarettes from the 50s. Holy fuck. Okay, maybe this is actually a little bit worse than we originally anticipated. What could we actually do about this? Like, I don't know, maybe... You know what, scientists and shit, they say all sorts of things. So you know what, until we actually see the things on the ground actually start to change, then maybe...
Alexis lost her grandfather, who struggled with a respiratory illness called chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, or COPD.
COPD is a breathing condition, but you don't get it unless you smoke cigarettes. And my granddad didn't smoke cigarettes, but every 3 weeks or so, my granddad was going to the hospital. He would have to get breathing treatments.
Okay, shit. The people are starting to die of lung cancer. No. It's fine. It's okay. He was old, all right? Look at the photo. He was old. It's fine. It was just an old guy. For all we knew, he spent his entire life working at a steel mill, and it was the equivalent of smoking 4 packs of cigarettes a day each day he worked. So maybe that's what happened. We're all good. It's okay.
I have asthma, bronchitis. My mom have just bronchitis, and now my granny has it.
You can't hardly breathe. It's just like your whole world is collapsing down on you. And it's frightening.
Okay, well, shit. I guess everybody is now getting lung cancer, young and old. God damn it, this kind of changes everything. Actually, that puts that statistic from earlier into perspective.
Cancer risks here are 4 times higher than the national average.
Okay, well, I guess it needs to be said that this is not the only, cancer-producing thing in the area. That sentence honestly makes me happy. My point is, it's not solely Elon's fault that people are dying from COPD, it's only partly. There are definitely things in the area that are contributing to people's, well, death. However, it shouldn't be understated that Elon Musk is currently releasing 8 million cars worth of carbon emissions into the fucking atmosphere right now just to power Grok. That is the equivalent of almost 2 times the amount of fucking vehicles in New York City. By the way, before any motherfuckers in the comment section try to say anything, I'm already aware that that answer was AI generated, okay? I don't need a perfect number of how many cars in New York City. I need a practical way to explain 39,000 tons. That is almost 2 times the fucking vehicle carbon emissions getting produced out of a fucking Electrolux factory. And it doesn't even fucking need to. The only reason why this is happening is because Elon couldn't wait until they built a fucking power plant. Wait, I don't think you guys have seen that part.
In 2023, Musk founded xAI to produce and sell artificial intelligence.
We went to the data center providers and said how long would it take to have 100,000 GPUs operating coherently in a single location, and we got timeframes from 18 to 24 months. So we're like, well, 18 to 24 months, that means losing is a certainty. So the only option was to do it ourselves.
Musk was entering the race to dominate the AI market, but he was arriving late, years after competitors like OpenAI and Google had begun training their AI systems. So in Musk's mind, he had to move fast.
Okay, so the concept here is rather basic. AI takes big money because big money is required for big server blades, and big server blades make the big AI. All of which would require time and scalability and so on and so forth, but Elon doesn't have that. Elon, you see, he's a billionaire with a vision.
To train an AI system, a data center requires an enormous amount of electricity. The question was, where would the power come from?
Most companies, when they come to the city of Memphis, they plug into our power grid. That's what you think would happen. Why would this be any different? Unfortunately, we learned because it is a billionaire's corporation, it would be a lot different.
xAI made a deal with the local electric company for 150 megawatts of power and agreed to build a new substation to help meet that demand. But Musk's ambitious plans suggested he would need much more power than that, and fast. Soon, people started to notice some unusual structures outside the facility. From the road, Keyshawn and others could see a row of machines that are typically only used for remote or emergency operations. Mobile gas turbines.
I have never seen portable turbines used like this.
And there it is. Every time you use Grok, you are slowly killing an old southern lady just because Elon Musk didn't want to wait another 6 fucking months. I understand things are slow in the United States and shitty and, everything like that, and it's hard to build a power plant, but goddamn, did we have to help killing old ladies for fucking Grok? Did we have to do that so you can ask it to explain this fucking tweet? Jesus Christ. Okay, at least going forward, these things aren't allowed to be used, right? They're very fucking polluted. I'm pretty sure I heard somewhere that they need a fucking permit to operate these. Where did I see that?
We know that these kinds of generators require air permits. And so right off the bat, we started filing records requests with the local Shelby County Health Department. Do you have an air permit application from xAI? And they came back and basically said, no, we have nothing to hand over. We also filed records requests with EPA to see what they had. They also did not have details on what is on the ground out there. Nobody from the regulatory side, the health department, the city, EPA, has told the public or us really one iota of what's actually operating out there.
Fuck Fuck yeah, if I'm not mistaken, this is where we can go and get their ass. They haven't filed anything correctly, they're not doing anything with the fucking EPA or no one, they're just fucking running these giant industrial machines and fucking people over for no reason. We can go and get their ass right now, right? We'll be able to save the fucking old ladies and the little kids and the doggies, and no one will get fucking emphysema ever again. It will be fucking fantastic. We will finally be able to vanquish COPD, and just like Biden proclaimed, there will be no more cancer.
Among their concerns, the company is running the turbines without a permit. But the health department says that's okay for the first year. And after
Holy fucking shit, do I hate this country.